Remarkably, FBG Butta was compelled by the court to take the stand, where he appeared and was subjected to questioning. Surprisingly, despite being expected to provide incriminating information against the defendants, FBG Butta adopted a stance of ignorance, denying any knowledge or involvement in the events related to FBG Duck. During his testimony, FBG Butta maintained that his presence in any particular location or engagement in conversations with FBG Duck was merely for the sake of YouTube content creation. He vehemently denied having any substantial information and portrayed a stance of being uninformed about the events in question. However, it came to light that FBG Butta had previously collaborated with federal authorities as an informant, supported by documents and transactional evidence showcasing financial ties between him and the federal investigators during the initial phases of the case. Curiously, despite the documented collaboration, FBG Butta seemingly distanced himself from further involvement, evading authorities and becoming unresponsive to their attempts to contact him. This abrupt shift raises questions about potential repercussions for FBG Butta, such as potential actions from the federal authorities to reclaim funds or potential legal consequences for his evasion tactics. The unresolved nature of FBG Butta's relationship with the authorities and his sudden disengagement from cooperation leaves uncertainty about the future implications and the potential legal repercussions he might face in connection to the ongoing case. Certainly, the potential penalties in play revolve around the contrasting testimonies of individuals involved in the FBG Duck trial. Trench's News, having reportedly received a payment of $24,000, testified as a known informant, highlighting the need for relocation and protective custody due to perceived threats to their safety. Contrastingly, FBG Butta took a different approach during his testimony, distancing himself from any association or knowledge regarding the defendants. He emphasized a lack of contact with them since their high school days, attempting to evade any implication in the case. By refraining from offering potentially incriminating information, FBG Butta aimed to avoid the label of a rat or snitch, realizing the lasting impact such labels could have on his reputation and safety in an era where social media amplifies such narratives. The reluctance to cooperate stems from FBG Butta's awareness of social media's immense power. He has experienced the unexpected release of private footage during his time in Cook County several years ago, revealing moments of cooperation with law enforcement and emotional breakdowns. These leaked videos exposed vulnerabilities and compromised his image, a consequence he's keen to avoid repeating. Consequently, FBG Butta opted to withhold information during the trial, cognizant of the potential detrimental effects on his personal brand and reputation in the unforgiving landscape of today's digital sphere. The penalties FBG Butta seeks to avoid include not only potential legal consequences for his testimony, but also the enduring damage to his reputation and brand in the eyes of both the public and the music industry, acknowledging the influential role of social media in shaping perceptions and narratives. FBG Butta faces considerable public scrutiny due to pervasive beliefs that he provided information and allegedly cooperated with authorities in the past, particularly regarding the case involving King Von. Despite the widespread dissemination of videos depicting moments where FBG Butta seemed to disclose sensitive details and display emotional vulnerability, he opted not to cooperate during the trial. This decision raises questions about his motivations, considering the almost immediate dissemination of trial information on various platforms and social media channels. Furthermore, another crucial witness emerged during the trial, a close friend of K.I., who was present during K.I.'s tragic murder on the stairs in her neighborhood. This witness testified today, unequivocally stating that King Von was the perpetrator responsible for K.I.'s death. According to her testimony, King Von approached and fatally shot K.I. without any apparent provocation or weapon visible on King Von's person. However, despite these accusations, King Von cannot face charges due to his absence, as confirmed earlier this year when both federal authorities and the Chicago Police Department considered the case closed, identifying King Von as the primary suspect. While FBG Butta refrained from providing substantial information to aid in FBG Duck's pursuit of justice during the trial, K.I.'s friend, who holds ties to the STL and 63rd members, further implicated King Von. She alleged that King Von not only allegedly orchestrated a bounty on FBG Duck, but was also involved in a previous shooting targeting a friend of FBG Duck's years ago. This testimonial contrast and FBG Butta's perceived lack of cooperation might cause dissatisfaction among FBG Ducks fans and possibly the family, given the urgency to seek justice and closure in the ongoing trial. The differing testimonies from individuals involved in the drill scene, especially regarding significant events and key players, continue to generate significant speculation and emotions within the community and those impacted by the incidents. The recent trial testimony has left a profound impact on those seeking justice for FBG Duck and closure for his grieving family. FBG Butta's decision to deny any knowledge or involvement, thereby withholding potential critical information, has stirred significant disappointment and frustration among fans. Many believe that FBG Butta's testimony could have significantly contributed to building a case against those responsible, ultimately leading to their apprehension and punishment. There's a prevailing sentiment that FBG Duck's mother, Mama Duck, might be deeply let down by FBG Butta's lack of cooperation during this crucial moment in the pursuit of justice for her son. Adding to the unfolding evidence, reports suggest that the federal authorities possess surveillance footage allegedly linking a member involved in the incident to the scene of the murder. This footage purportedly shows one of the individuals returning to the O-Block area and removing their mask or disguise, with identifiable facial features aligning with Giselle, who is no longer alive, having tragically taken his own life. The anticipated presentation of this evidence in the trial over the coming days has heightened anticipation among followers closely tracking the case. The eagerness for updates prompts a call for subscribers to stay informed about the trial's progression, given the continuous flow of insights and updates that will be shared. Speculation swirls about potential developments, including the possibility of FBG Butta being called back to the trial, with conjecture about whether he might reconsider cooperating or maintain his previous stance. There's also speculation regarding potential interventions by FBG Duck's friends, affiliates, or family members to persuade FBG Butta to reconsider and emphasize the importance of truthfulness and cooperation in the pursuit of justice.